This was never planned.
Okay, but I guess here we are. I had been diagnosed with hepatitis A, which is the temporary vase, which is, by the way, was and is still obviously widely spreading among us here in Gaza. But how? How did I catch the virus? I don't say like, oh, I'm a superhuman or something, but I need you to understand something very important. This virus comes from polluted areas, okay? But I, for example, I don't live in a tent. I'm not near any wastewater or highly polluted areas, or so these conditions I was able to avoid. But a very, very important factor I was not able to avoid, which is the water we drink here. I've talked about this before on this video, this documentary, and I brought all the researchers for United Nations, UNRWA, international organizations. Those whole organizations, those reports said statistically that more than 97% of Gaza's water here is unfit for human consumption. It's not like polluted or undrinkable, it's unfit for human consumption. Like, we can't wash our hands with it, even, like, not only drinking it. And it is still so mind-blowing for me that I catched the disease despite all privileges I'm having. Like, here, having a shelter, having a roof above your head, and like, what is this? Stone before your back. It's a privilege because thousands of people are living in tents, in wrecked places, under the rubbles. So I'm thinking, like, if I am privileged to not be near, like, living in tents on polluted areas or water waste or etc., and I catch the disease, so how about people who are living in tents, who had no place but the rubbles of their house, etc.? You need to think about that. The ceasefire doesn't mean that everything is good and everything is perfect and we're living the best life, because they are still refusing to give us like the most basic things, which is make many water desalination centers, give us clean water to drink. Come on, guys. Let's have a break, I guess. Don't get me wrong, okay. Honey tastes very good, but it is a big amount of sugar for me, because, as you may or may not know, the liver it's responsible for dealing with fats, with carbohydrates, etc. And those yellow eyes means the... Oh, come on, this is my honey. The flea was getting to my honey. Come on. You have your own food. It's not here. The liver is a great factor in dealing with carbohydrates, fats, spices, chemicals that are getting into the body via drugs, medicine, or like other things, okay? So during this, during like hepatitis, they recommend us patients to stop all of these things, not eat a lot of carbohydrates or cutting it, cutting fats, oils, all these things, and be only depending on sugar food. So here's what I've got, or well, my dad's got me honey, okay? They also jam. I've had another one, but I haven't opened it yet, as you see, because like, why open so many things? I've been depending on jam and dates. But once we got back, I came to the doctor, and I was having such a bad time with my digesting orgasm, or what was this thing? So they recommended me to have honey because it's like natural, and my dad was like, okay, tell me where is the place that has like, or like this has like a good quality of honey, because it needs to be original, it needs to be good to actually have a good impact. Like, hello, we are sieged, and we absolutely have no idea if this is even a real one. I'm not talking about the brand, okay? It tastes very well, but to get my point, like, our agriculture here is completely destroyed. We had like wide lands that are specified for agriculture and farming, etc., and it's still under their control, and they are refusing us to get back to it. Anyways, this one is from Egypt. Wait, the name is very good. The name is Imtinan. Imtinan means gratitude. Definitely, it's been, I guess, 6th or 7th day today since everything like started. So I'm definitely better. Like today, I've just started being better, but the days before I was doing horrible. And if you don't know the disease, or don't know what, like, the signs of it, let me tell you. Okay, these are the signs, and I would feel very, very bad. I would have not eaten the whole day, and still my stomach hurt. So this was my update from Gaza, the one that I definitely wasn't preparing to have or to make. And for the health system here, once I was so terrifyingly doing bad, I said, okay, let's check the hospital then. I went to Al Shifa hospital, as you can see here, and it's completely destroyed, to the point I was questioning, like, where is the entrance? Where am I supposed to enter? Don't know where the entrance is. We passed the whole building, and of course they do not have any assistance in this place. However, like, at the side there's like a small tiny room. Looks like a basement for me, because it has like, it's completely like a storeroom or something like that, very small and filled with people. Only there was, the first time I went, it was only one doctor, and all those patients were waiting for only one doctor to treat them. And he gave me a shock. I'm starting to have a headache, feel dizzy, because it looks like I've spent a lot of energy. Okay, so I just give you my point and then say goodbye. The doctor that was there gave me a like, I don't know if it's a cultural shock or something. the first 3 days I was having those things, and it was very really bad. I took a medicine, but still, the fourth day we started recognizing the yellow here, and so then we said, okay, maybe that's hepatitis. Let's go and check. And I went to the doctor and I told him I want to do the check if I'm having it or not. And he says, no, you don't have it. I say, my eyes are yellow. And he said, no, they are not. And I said, yes, they are. And he says, no, I'm a doctor and I tell you no. And he says, and he goes by, why did you come here? And I said, because I haven't gained my energy back before, like my energy that I was having before this sickness. Like, I'm not normal. And he says, no, you're doing good. And he has they took my blood pressure, my heart rates, etc. And he says, no, you're doing very well, you're doing better than me. And I said, well, but I was not well. And he said, oh yeah, that was hepatitis in the first 4 days and you were doing good. You mean like the peak of the disease that has gone, and now you're just recovering. What made you come to the what made you come to the emergencies? And I said, because I'm not doing well. And I said, no, you're doing great. And he goes by like that, like going to the hospital right now in Gaza with not any emergencies is called fullness. If you don't have something urgent that needs treatment, like a or something, I don't know why you're coming. I was from the inside. I told him I'm not okay, and he's like, nah, you're fine, just go home. There's no medicine for this disease, by the way. Just keep by sugar and that's it. Oh my goodness. So I was well. Anyways, this was it. Thank you for watching. I don't know who would be interested in hearing my story, but thank you so much. If you want to see more updates from Gaza, subscribe and see you soon. If you share this video, people will understand our situation better, in my opinion. See you soon.